All right. Stream is already back up, and let me get BattleCON up. You should not see anything yet. Oh, come on. So I haven't, obviously, I haven't seen this game, but when I think about Cadenza versus Sarafina, I really just think about Hollow in particular being like the go-to. Right? Can you land Hollow enough for it to matter?
Because if you're landing Hollow, it's probably against Clockwork, and Clockwork is still outtrades Hollow. So
Sure.
I don't know if that's the right way to think about it. That you have something against Clockwork, right? Like you're not totally screwed.
Right. A field also seems somewhat, or at least somewhat good against. Alright. However, for this one, let me see what it was called. It was C450. 6095A. How lucky.
Four games? Oh boy.
No Space Invader skin. Clearly this is a mistake.
Streaming? Props to him.
Clearly should be using Space Invader skin. It's free. It's amazing. Alright. Let me just make sure everyone can see this.
Watch it.
Sick. Alright.
Cadenza online. Awaiting your
KidKoshka, I'll send you the link, the Steel Series link. It comes with Space Invader Cadenza skin and World Warrior Hikaru.
Okay.
Alright.
So discards are pretty standard. I think it's kind of interesting to like Grapnel should be in discard 2.
Yeah.
And I think keeping Grasp over Strike is defensible.
Agreed.
But yeah, just I don't know why you're putting I don't know why you want to switch more to Grapnel. But this could be like I've only played 24 games. I didn't know which one was discard 1 and which one was discard 2. So it also makes sense the other way around.
Seems reasonable.
I would swap the styles, but not the bases. And then Rhode's discards are standard, of course.
Yep.
I mean, playing against 24 game Cadenza, Rhode is. I mean, okay, Rhode is a weird one, but I think he's gonna you have to be in the mindset of I just don't want to get hit by Clockwork Shot. Like he's never ever gonna play something that just loses the Clockwork Shot. So things he has here that beat Clockwork Shot are several implosions, right? Implosion Drive, Implosion Shot, and Implosion Burst all beat Clockwork. Dodge beats Clockwork. I don't know. I think Tactical Dodge is totally fine here because Cadenza, especially with Grapnel down, Cadenza's gonna have a hard time. But if
Burst.
Yeah. Is pretty cool, right? Because it also beats Hydraulic Drive. You don't want an Implosion Shot here. That's pretty crazy. Implosion Drive is fine against these things, but it does lose to burst, and I don't know, like you don't need to lose to burst against 24 game Cadenza. So, you know, probably if you're gonna play implosions, it should be implosion burst, and I think dodges are fine here. I think tactical dodge is fine because your concern when you tactical dodge is, what if he just doesn't move and then he's set up for a clockwork shot next turn? But I don't think Cadenza actually has anything move this shot, so tactical drive is what you'd be afraid of in that situation.
Yeah.
I would probably tackle dodge here. I don't know. I mean, like, but implosion burst is fine.
I think I would be inclined to agree that I would tack dodge. Cadenza is harder to talk about. Like, if I'm Cadenza, what am I gonna do?
So I think, you know, okay, if you're in the mindset of like, okay, if you're a 24 game Cadenza, I don't know what you do, but if you're like playing like super seriously, you have to consider that Rhode is overwhelmingly likely to play around clockwork shot. I mean, I know Rhode is like the type of player to not do that because he's like, you know, an edgelord, but like,
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, no, if there's a guy who was just gonna like and Stone Cold told you he's gonna disrespect clockwork shot, it would be Rhode.
Yeah, but okay, but realistically, like he's gonna play around clockwork shots, so don't play clockwork shot. So what are you left with? I mean, hydraulic drive is, it kind of sucks against hollow grasp, and I mean hollow grasp is not 0%. I think like battery dodge is fine. You don't wanna like play a press that loses to burst. That sucks. There's no way any burst is going to work against Rhode. Like, Rhode is not going to lose to burst. I guess I just said he might hollow. He might
actually. This
I
might be.
think like I think a battery dodge is pretty good. Or battery, whatever. Honestly,
What do you think of this?
battery shot also totally fine. Like,
Seriously,
what's
what
wrong
do
with
you think
battery
of
shot here? Right?
Battery shot is fine. The
like
problem
battery
is then you don't have clockwork shot, right? Like you're not threatening that.
But
That's
you're not going to battery into clockwork anyway because you're going to get clashed.
correct.
So.
Correct. I want to talk about
I think battery
this.
shot is hydraulic burst. So it clashes implosion burst, and then your hydraulics just all lose to implosion, right? So probably
Yeah, I'm not how 100% sure he's gonna implosion burst though. You know, like I think implosion drive is more likely.
I don't think he's gonna just lose to a burst.
I mean, but so
Sarafina doesn't have that many things that just lose to burst. Has anything that beat a burst, right? So like. Yeah,
if you're Cadenza though, getting his implosion out of the way is, I mean, it's not clockwork, right? Like it doesn't have the same weight, but it's close. Like if you're Cadenza, you're trying to, you know, the question is it implosion this turn or not, right? Just like is it clockwork this turn? The alternate side of that for as Cadenza against Sarafina, is it implosion this turn? So I don't.
Yeah, I would be fine with like just like a hydraulic whatever, like hydraulic drive is like there's no way hydraulic drive is gonna work. I mean, like,
correct. So I'm not. I think that there's something to hydraulic burst in which, you know, it also if Rhode could be cheeky and decide like he's gonna start things off with a hollow grasp, you know.
Because your grapnel is in discard 1, if you burst and Rhode implosion bursts, then you're like
then you clash.
Yes, you do clash. Great. Okay. I mean, yeah, maybe I don't know. And then you just take 1 from like hydraulic whatever. I mean, I think that it is better than like taking 2 if you battery shot, I guess. But yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, maybe. Okay, sure.
I worry about dodging beat 1 as Cadenza against Sarafina, because I feel like you want to save your dodge for when she has a projection up and she's got you in like a 50-50 that's actually going to hurt more.
So reasonable. I mean, if you're is like clockwork, well, I mean, dodging clockwork is pretty good. But yeah, I think hydraulic burst is fine. I think that's okay. I think it probably takes 1 damage. Okay. So I'm glad that it wasn't clockwork shot. I think that's good. I think hydraulic drive is like, it's very unlikely to do anything, but you know, just nulling the beat is totally fine.
Advancing.
So
now here you're gonna battery dodge, right? That's the idea?
Yeah. Right, because now you're looking at all sorts of shit. But now the grapnel being down, and I am 100% the kind of nerd who, if my grapnel was up here, if my grapnel was up here, you might see me grapnel grasping in this spot.
Oh my god. Alright,
dude.
Well, so I think Rhode is like, again, there aren't that many ways to deal with a clockwork here. I think, is dodge the only one? I think dodge is the only way to deal with clockwork shot here.
Yes. Yes. She doesn't have any -2s, right? No.
So, I mean, and her burst is down, so.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, you gotta expect that Rhode is gonna dodge here. So, you're just gonna be looking at positioning, right? You don't want to set up for like, I guess the worst thing that could happen to you is a hollow field, right? If you get hollow fielded, that's actually bad.
Well, I mean, but that's over here, right?
This is like, can Rhode dodge in some crazy way that like manipulates it so that like if you battery dodge here. The Rhode is going to dodge it. I would not clockwork shot and just set up for clockwork shot next turn. And like, so
yeah,
the thing that's sort of clockwork shot next turn. So the best thing is hollow. So can you find a way to set up in such a way that the hollow is good? So maybe like a mechanical press, right, or something.
How much is there any value? Oh, well, you don't want a battery then. Okay, well, let's.
Yeah, you're doing clockworking. So you want a mechanical something.
Well, I want to ask though, if you do this, thinking that this is what he's gonna do, because that puts
you do what? If you do
so battery grasp here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So specifically, you're trying to clash tactical dodge.
Okay.
And but it's also good here, right? Like if he doesn't move and does something weird, it still hits. And you're Cadenza, so you don't care if you get hit first. So if that's the case, like,
I mean, I would be worried about like I take back the mechanical press thing. That's pretty bad because the thing is like, playing like hollow grasp or whatever this beat, that's real. Like you could get hollow grasp this beat. So don't play something that loses to hollow grasp. So maybe if you're, I guess it's going to be mechanical burst.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Actually, I think that's a really good play. I think that's the play. That's a good. God damn it! Why are you good at this game? I'm frustrated that I didn't see that. Like I think that's the play, right? Because that covers both Hollow and it covers the dodge because you're mechanicaling in. It also covers a bunch of rando BS.
Rando
Right.
BS, because one concern is, like, again, if Rhode wants to be edgy, and
Well, I mean, I guess
Um,
there's...
edgy, then he's gonna silver, right? Because he doesn't want to lose to press. Because I mean, like, you know, press is like the next most likely thing. But because there are no presses that hit the projection. I don't know. I don't think press is that likely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, silver whatever is reasonable. Ish, I guess. I don't know. So you take
I don't
two.
think
maybe
it's
you
that
don't
reasonable. I don't think it's... I mean, not here, right? I don't think he's pressing here.
care. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I think I
But-
think I would probably mechanical burst here.
I think Mechanical Burst is the play. I think that's really good. I mean, it could also just be a Locust Dodge.
Locust dodge.
Yeah, from...
I see that.
It's unclashable. If you're worried about the thing that I was just talking about, like, Locust Dodge is unclashable. This is Pro
The
6.
thing is, you don't really want to use up the projection as Rhode because you want to be able to, like, position it so you can threaten a field next turn. Like,
Well, but it will, right? Locust Dodge. So you move, right? Get +3 prio. You move back 1 or 2, and then you get to move the projection 3. If he does Clockwork Shot, you're like, okay. But if he doesn't, you know, you just move here, most likely, and then you put the projection under him.
well, I mean, he's gonna mechanical, right? So
Yeah. And in which case, so you go to the edge of the board, and you put it in the middle space, right? And if your mechanical goes, he ends up on
you
it.
can still set that.
Yeah.
But then you can't hollow, right? If you do that position, right?
Correct. Yeah, I mean, I think I would just attack
So-
dodge, to be honest.
Yeah, I think dodge. I mean, honestly, you should, like. It's really hard to not play around Clockwork Shot here. It's really hard to not play around Clockwork Shot.
I think
I think
you have
yeah.
to.
I know what you do. I think you at some point you have to, like, as Sarafina, you can't answer Clockwork Shot every beat. I think honestly, Hollow Grasp is, like, not crazy as a play here.
Yeah. What I wish instead, and I was going to ask you about this, I actually was wondering, like, what if we didn't discard Strike and we got rid of even a good pair? You know, like, we kept Grasp to threaten Hollow Grasp, and I get that, but man, Hollow Strike. See, Hollow Strike, first of all, trades even with with Clockwork Shot. Right, at range range.
Rhode asks a good question. What about Hollow Shot here? This is yeah, I agree. Hollow Shot. You can't.
Well, you don't get the +2 power, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Never mind.
Yeah, Rhode's just right. Just Hollow Shot is better than Hollow Grasp. I mean, the reason I was thinking you want the Grasp here is because there's maybe, like, the movement effect matters, right?
No, it only matters to beat
like-
1 because you start at range 2.
No, but the movement to, like, make the opponent miss, right? Does that ever come up, right? But
I don't think it comes up here, does it?
I don't think you actually have anything that misses at range 4 but hits at range 3. So okay. Yeah. So Hollow. Rose is absolutely right. Just Hollow Grasp here. So the question is if you Hollow Shot here, and you, like, is that gonna be better Clockwork Shot better this beat than, you know, in the near future?
I think if I'm Hollow Shotting, or if I'm hollowing, I'm dodging next turn, right? Because that's what I'm thinking. I have to get, so if to beat Clockwork, which should be on some sort of rotation, right? You gotta dodge a beat, and I've gotta probably trade down 1 or 2 with Hollow against it. But then I have to get in wins, probably with Implosion, right? You could dodge Hollow and Implosion almost on rotation to Sarafina and still win a game.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of Rhode's plan. It's just like, I mean, Silver doesn't really do that much. I mean, obviously, it doesn't even beat press, honestly, because of the minus power.
Silver Field does a lot of work, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but okay.
Also Silver Strike, but Strike's down.
Well, honestly, like Silver Strike is still less power than a lot of presses, right? Like so.
Well, press is 0, right? 1.
I mean, Silver Strike goes even with mechanical press.
Sure.
It's not great.
Well, that's not true. You do get to anti-power, and they cannot counter any.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. But it's like close to even. Maybe your power is low. I mean, but yeah. Okay. You sure? It's slightly better. But in general, like it's not really a good answer to like press.
Sure.
Like, oh, he's definitely not going to press because I'm Silver. Like it's whatever. Yeah. I mean, there are also things I don't know. Like
I still think I attack dodge here.
You can also get cheeky and just like, well.
I just like what the board looks like if I attack dodge here.
I think hollow shot is fine.
Like, hollow shot's fine.
You're gonna be able to hollow him next beat anyway, so it doesn't super matter.
So let's assume he mechanicals, right? So is that right? Mechanical? Mechanical. So let's assume he does that. Like I want attack dodge, which puts me here, and I could then put my projection here or here. He's gonna move 3, which is gonna be here. And I even have the option to like not move my projection if I want to pull him 1 or if I want to do a field or whatever. So I like where tactical dodge sets me up.
I mean, honestly, Cadenza doesn't have that much against the hollow shot, right? Like, what can he actually do against it? It's only the shots, right?
I mean, does he have drive up? No.
No, I mean, he used it, right? So, I think actually Cadenza has to shot here. So it's pretty rough. Oh, so now I'm thinking you're not gonna like hollow shot is good enough that maybe you want to do some other.
You'll trade down by 1.
I mean, I would mechanical shot if I were gonna shot here. Yeah.
Huh. Why?
Well, because you're not going to get the soak on Clockwork, so it's just 1 less power. And then you still have Clockwork, so seems good.
Clockwork with what, though, against Sarafina?
Not much, but like it is something that they have to play around. Maybe you can dodge the beat after and then Clockwork drive. Like, that's not insane.
Alright, I think my plays on both sides will be... I think I'm coming around on Hollow Grasp or Hollow Shot. Or
I think Hollow Shot is really good here. I don't really see like what beats Hollow Shot. Like Clockwork Shot beats it by 1, and that's it, right?
You put him in the middle if he mechanicals, right? As opposed to. I mean, I don't know if it matters, but if you Hollow Grasp, you can put him in the middle instead of him getting on this side. I don't think that matters, though. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Let's see what happens. Yeah. This is 100%.
The other consideration was like a battery dodge from Cadenza.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, because, I mean, Rhode can, like have some shot, but I don't think he has that many shots, right? Like I don't think he's gonna Locust shot you, right? That's pretty bonkers.
No.
Locust shot, no swap, right? That's what it'd have to be. If you want to play more exploitatively, battery dodge I think is quite good. From,
I would have just switch dodged.
Cadenza here.
I just would have switch dodged.
I mean, keeping mechanical does have its advantages.
I mean, mechanical has 2 power on it, I would rather. Yeah. I don't think I would have dodged here, though. I think I'm saving my dodge to get out of the field range.
I think the dodge makes a lot of sense because hollow shot is so good. Like, you have to either shot or
Whoa.
Interesting. It's a robot.
That will do nicely.
Oh, it's going to be Clockwork Shot against Hollow Grasp, right? 100%. There's just no reason not to not to play either of those pairs.
You can play. I actually think it might be Hollow Strike, right? Because it trades even.
No, it doesn't, because you don't get the bonus.
2. Oh, right. Okay. Hey. Yeah.
So
you don't get the bonus. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this speed is. I mean, so well played to KidKoshka, setting up for this Clockwork Shot. Like,
Yeah, that's valid.
that's it's reasonably hard to do that. So,
Focus through.
this is a lot of how you're supposed to play Cadenza, and he did well. So.
Face up, as you like to call it.
Yeah, 100% getting deterministic by. I mean,
No.
okay, hold on.
No. There's nothing else, right? Come on.
Is Cadenza. Okay, if Hollow Grasp is literally face up, which I think it's very close to being face up, Cadenza can burst, right? In fact, he can grapnel burst. That's pretty good.
Ooh, that's.
I was thinking burst just to like dodge it, but you don't want to dodge it, but then you're just gonna get like implosion drive next turn.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
do this and.
You're trading up here by 2 with this plan, and which is fine. Your Cadenza trading is your jam. I do really like just. No, so it activates. So KidKoshka, how it works is when you have triggers, they stack in any order you want them to. So, like when you think about Silver Drive as an example, or even where is it? Hydraulic Drive is a good example. These are both before triggers. You actually activate them in whichever order you choose. Hit triggers work the exact same way. So with Hollow Grasp, you hit, you then push or pull 1. Then you have the option to activate your other trigger, which is hit if they're at range 3. So you get to activate them to put them at range 3 and then do it. It's just one of those quirks.
So I think
you can trigger it anytime during in the window, right? So in the hit window, when you have confirmed a hit, once you've confirmed a hit, they are hit for the remainder of the beat, right? And it doesn't matter where they are later. It doesn't matter if you move them out of the range or whatever. Once they are hit for the rest of the beat. Sorry.
So I think I mean, like, from a game theory perspective, you should almost always Clockwork Shot here, right?
Yes.
But that's not the right way to think about that. I mean, okay, let me elaborate, because I'm assuming some knowledge, which is So the idea is that Clockwork Shot, it's almost always going to be +2 here.
Yes.
And the burst is going to be +3, so it's really only marginally better. So you should only play it, because there are other things that really stuff the burst, right? Like if Sarafina just locust drives or something,
Sure.
and doesn't swap, right? Then you take 4 damage. So that's a difference of 7 points if you burst. And for Clockwork, that's interesting. So for Clockwork, if against Locust Drive, it goes +6, right? And against Hollow Grasp, it goes +2. So that's a difference of 5. So I think you play Clockwork Shot 7/12 of the time, right? So I think it actually is close to 50-50 for Cadenza at Equilibrium. And then for Sarafina,
I think we're missing something, because I hear what you're saying, and I agree with the math. That being said, I think like the emergent reality of Cadenza in his play, he doesn't land hits very often, right? So dealing 7, even though that's actually only +2, but like getting them to 13, which means fewer hits needed to complete this venture, I think is more relevant than putting them at 17. You know, like.
So I agree that there are effects that aren't just like dependent on the raw life total, but I think that like it's a good approximation.
The
and
raw
we
what?
should at least look at what that approximation tells us, and then say like, okay, is the deviation really big enough? So like, okay, from Sarafina's perspective, if she holograsps, let's say she's between holograsp and locus drive, right? So if she holograsps, she goes either -2 or -3, right? For a gap of 1, right? And if she locus drives, she either goes +4 or -6 for a gap of 10. So I think that Sarafina, from a game theory perspective, is playing a holograsp here like 91% of the time. But I think Cadenza should actually be 50-50. And I think that the way
he started here, right?
Then,
he started right here, right here.
yes.
And her.
Yeah.
Okay, so she moved on to her token where she was right here before.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep. So locust tribe will hit no matter what. Got it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah. So the thing is what you should do as either player is you should compare these probabilities to what you actually think are going to play. So do you think that Rhode is going to play holograph 91% of the time? I think yes. I think that that's like about accurate.
Yes.
So I don't think you get a big edge one way or the other. So I think Cadenza should be about indifferent between Clockwork Shot and whatever, and like some burst.
Hold on. I want to see something. Projection 2, projection here, and you'll be. So she already pushed him 1. So here. I'm trying to think, is there a way you can pull so implosion is less relevant next beat? I don't think there is.
I mean, I don't want to like think about it. I don't think like, you know, very broadly, right? Like what are these odds? But the thing is if you look at from Cadenza's point of view, is he really like he should be close to 50-50 according to, you know, just this equilibrium calculation. He should be close to 50-50 between Clockwork Shot and Grapnel Burst. And the question is he really? Like, is he really close to 50? I don't think he's close to 50. I think he's Clockwork Shotting almost 100% of the time. I think as a Cadenza, you have to be pretty bonkers to Grapnel Burst here. I think basically no Cadenzas would ever do that in the situation. So, I mean, it's not a big edge, but as Rhode, you can get a big edge by playing exploitatively and playing Holograph 100% of the time. As Cadenza, I mean, you really can't get that much of an edge by exploding Holograph because you're only exploding for like 1 point. But I think for me, the more important thing is that it's not really just 1 point. The important thing is you still have Clockwork at that point. You still have Clockwork Shot at that point, in fact. I think that that's really relevant. So I think actually I would give a gap of slightly more than 1. And in that case, Rhode should not holograph that often and should like play to beat a burst a little bit more than that, a little bit more than 10% of the time, or 9% of the time that he's doing it now. You know, maybe even like 15-20% of the time. I don't think Rhode is playing to beat a burst like 15-20% of the time in this situation. Right. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. Especially given
we were looking at all the options, and we didn't even really talk about this beat at all because both of us, having seen with KidKoshka 24 games and Rhode with like however many millions of games, so it doesn't matter. We were just like, it's okay. So this is Clockwork Shot, Holograph. What's the next beat? That's how I think Rhode is playing Holograph 100% of the time until he finds a reason not to, right? Like, exactly. I think it's more than math. I think it's also heuristics. He has learned and has been, this is always what he will do until someone grapnel bursts, you know?
Exactly. So I think that everything points to Rhode playing Holograph for like 100% of the time. So I think as Cadenza here, you should actually be able to find a a grapple burst here because we said,
Yeah.
even at hollow grasp, 100% of the time, you're very close to being indifferent.
Okay, you know what? Here's the caveat. If this is beat 6 and Sarafina is already at 12, I think I would grapple burst a fair amount of time. I would be okay with making that change to my logic. It's just because, like I said, I want, like, the reason I'm so insistent that it's this, 7 raw damage at +2 versus 3 raw damage at +3 is because Sarafina is at 20, and I'm Cadenza. I don't have the hit confirmed to land that many hits. So when I have the option to make this big chunk, even at a lesser delta, then I want to take it. But let's say I've already hit with a clockwork shot, and we're in this situation again. I'm more likely to grapnel burst in that situation because they're already lower, and there's probably a breakpoint that I'm not even thinking of that should exist. But if I had already damaged them, I would be way more inclined to grapnel burst, which is, I think, a crazy thing to say when it comes out of my mouth, but I really think you've convinced me that grapnel burst belongs in this value.
So, I mean, I'm really sort of, my intuition, the literal life totals don't matter nearly as much as the other considerations. But I could be wrong. I don't really have any way to justify that. That's just sort of my limited experience playing the game. I could totally be wrong. I also have basically 0 games of Sarafina, basically 0 games of Cadenza. I really have no idea what I'm talking about. But my impression is that Sarafina being at 20 versus Sarafina being lower, I don't think that matters as much as being able to get a small.
Yeah. I mean, Sarafina is not usually hitting for 5, right? A hollow, this is the payout. But Cadenza hitting with Clockwork Shot for 7 is not uncommon. Cadenza hitting for 6 is not uncommon. So, the way I think about it, Sarafina is going to need about 6 solid hits in 15 beats to beat Cadenza, and Cadenza needs 4.
Sure, but I think in general, just do the most damage. Just get it as far ahead.
We gotta wrap this up because Seki's telling us we have an hour before he patches.
Okay,
Thanks,
cool.
Seki.
So yeah, I think you grapnel burst here. I think you can actually find grapnel burst here because of the consideration that just at equilibrium should be close to 50-50. I mean, we didn't really consider other things other than locust drive, maybe something crazy silver field. I don't know. Okay, whatever, sure. But this is certainly what we expected, right? This is the obvious way that this will work out.
All of a sudden, come on.
Oh no!
Why is this?
Did you break it?
Did I break it? Hold on. Wasn't there a way that this fixed? I broke this
just
one way.
Slide. Oh, okay. Just slide it.
Just what?
The speed thing at the. Oh my god! Did you close it?
No, I can't. I can't click on the window.
Oh.
Man, broken. Did you already patch something? Why did you break my game? What is it to pull up? So, no. Oh, there was an announcement by Seki that broke my game. That's Alt Enter.
Try Alt Enter.
Yeah, that Alt Enter, which makes it big, right?
Yeah, and then press Alt Enter again.
Okay. Still nothing.
He is confessing in chat. Seki broke your game.
I mean, let's just take a look. What event happened that all of a sudden broke my game? Announcing Seki.
Yeah, all right. I mean, whatever. It's 3 beats. Just restart it, right?
Yeah. Where are we? Beat 3? Yeah, but let me restart. All right, I'll be right back. Fixes patches game Breaks game to patch game. Dev speak in action. This is the alarm for fire.
Oh my god. Terrible pun.
Terrible. Alright, let me grab something to drink. On a random note, just because I figure you'd appreciate this, the head, I went grocery shopping and they had unicorn magic pudding, so clearly I bought it because it was made and said,
Amazing.
advertised, made with Stardust. So I'm like, okay, that's on the actual package. It's like pink, it's like unicorn sparkle, I think is what it's called. And my wife was looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. Nah, I'll buy it just for the story. You can have my $3 just so I can tell people that I bought unicorn sparkle made with Stardust pudding.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I know you like economics, but yeah, I'm not sure where that fits in the equation.
Oh no, that makes total sense from the perspective of economics, right? You're valuing the story at $3, and I would too.
Actually, while I'm pulling this up, which won't take super long, but what do you think about the concept of playing the $1 lottery when you are spending the dollar for a way to fantasize about winning the lottery?
Just watch and learn.
In general, I'm pro lottery. I'm the only mathematician you'll ever find that's pro lottery. But I mean, yeah, like I think.
I'm pro lottery for tax reasons, right? Like it's a fantastic way to generate revenue.
I mean, I don't mean like pro. I mean, like I think people should buy a few lottery tickets in their lives. I don't have screen share, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's me. It goes away when it comes back. There you go.
Yeah, I think that I don't think utility is concave down everywhere. I think if you just spike $1 million, that's life changing, and the losing $1 probably isn't life changing.
So you're talking about doing it individual.
Yeah, I think people should buy a dollar lottery ticket or two.
Nope. All right, so beat 2. I mean, any mechanical lets him set up this clockwork shot, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
It just pretty rough. So I like the dodge a lot, honestly. I think much harder to find the locust shot. First is really dicey because you're not you don't know if you're gonna get another clockwork shot. It's very interesting. I think it is correct, but it's pretty cool.
Every
here,
clockwork shot you receive just feels like the end of the world.
The reason to be skeptical about this sequence of plays is you're really screwed against implosion drive, right? You can't hang against it. In fact,
implosion drive.
In fact, implosion field. Implosion. No, that loses hydraulic. But yeah, implosion drive. You have to clash this, right? It has to be hydraulic drive. So that's fine. Then you lose first, so you're gonna have to. I see. You hydraulic drive into hydraulic burst, right? No, because the implosion has the pull clause on it. You're really screwed, actually.
Correct.
Oh yeah, this is a really good reason to burst last beat. Then, this is just bad. You just can't clash the implosion shot at all. There's nothing you can do about it. You just lose to implosion shot.
Oh, that's not true, right? You have
Rhode could just open with
What?
implosion shot here, right? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, there's your answer, right? Like, it's either, if that's your clash chain, it's this clash is implosion shot and this clash is implosion drive, or I mean grapnel if you prefer. But
Reverse though, because then everything you have loses to implosion.
yeah, I mean, well, this is specifically like, well, everything you have loses to implosion, assuming they don't move. You know, I'm not sure what I would do.
You hydraulic and, you know, eat the 1 damage. I mean,
Man, why didn't we see this last turn?
about it because we were too busy talking about first. I mean, like you can see it. Like, I mean, implosion drive is the most obvious thing. Yeah, I don't know. You just
but I was worried last turn about. I was worried about grapnel bursting specifically because I was like, I'm just gonna set up his implosion next turn.
Yeah, but I mean, you have clockwork to like deal with implosion.
Maybe you just let it hit.
Like, it's stupid.
Right? I mean, okay, so
yeah,
let's...
I mean,
I think I would try to clash it because I'm not hitting here, right? I would do this, clash implosion drive, fine. Clash implosion shot, fine. Maybe I want to be super cheeky and I want to actually hit with the burst.
Strike you. That's even worse.
What?
Yeah, you want to do it so that like, if you had a -2 style, it'd be great, right? Because then you could do something about it. But because you only have because you have 0 and -1, you can't actually like you're just. We're not. I mean, we're not talking about like hard parrying. We're talking about like you should never hard parry, right? Okay.
Well,
what you should do is you should find pairs that will clash the things that beat you and are otherwise fine. So, for example, assuming that Rhode doesn't have shot here, right? Then you would play a pair like hydraulic drive because it clashes implosion drive, but it's otherwise totally fine, right?
Sure.
I mean,
but I don't. Like, I mean, you're Cadenza. You don't have that kind of toolkit.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just explaining like why I'm not talking about hard parrying, right?
Like maybe he's not gonna implosion. In which case, maybe he's actually going to. Which I actually don't think this is insane. By the way,
I just Rhode. I mean, you have a free beat. I would. Like, when your opponent can play almost anything because everything is equally good because they all lose. So it's incredibly dangerous to play things that are not guaranteed when you have a free beat. Like Cadenza could play a burst because he's like, well, I'm gonna take damage anyway. I might as well like dodge like the random fields and stuff, right? So like,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess you play one frame of thought is play hydraulic because you're gonna get, you know, you want the soak. So argue that like hydraulic is gonna give you 1 soak anyway at some point in the future, but okay, the sooner you use it, the sooner you get it back. Another frame of mind is we'll use battery because you know, then it forces him to use silver next beat. And, you know, silver is, you know, -1 power, so it's effectively 1 soak. It just makes his life awkward in general. But I think he could also dodge you, so I think you don't really want a battery. You just want a hydraulic, and accept that you're just gonna take some damage from implosion. It sucks.
Unlike you, I would try to hard parry because I guess if I do one of these, right, like, so this will clash implosion drive, but
you are losing to implosion. This clash does not prevent you from taking damage. If anything, it maybe causes you to take more damage because you're going to get hit by a strike, right? So there's a risk.
Oh.
This does not save you from implosion.
I keep thinking that he's not going to switch, which is ridiculous.
No,
I'm retarded. Never mind. I'm like, what are you talking about, nerd? He's over here at range, at max range. I'm like, I'm forgetting Sarafina does things. Okay, yeah. Oh, we gotta hurry this up.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, hydraulic and I don't know. You're sad.
So that's fine.
Okay. Well.
Retreating.
Which base do you want to like discard essentially? Discarding drive can be dicey. That was the other thing I was thinking of.
System shutting down.
Like where the.
I think you're right, though. I think he should have played mechanical just for the soak one.
Yeah, for hydraulic. Yeah.
Or hydraulic, thank you.
I also think that it's better. Here you can play some sick things. You can play hydraulic press here, and well, maybe not hydraulic press, but like maybe you can play. Here, you can totally score.
I mean, you're yeah. I'm probably not doing that, but hydraulic press actually, I like that.
I like mechanical drive. I think that's good. Yeah.
You know, though, like maybe I just have the fear, right? Maybe I'm just overthinking this because he should just dodge. It's easy. It's free, right? Like Cadenza's or they're on the path that they're on is like, can she deal damage in between to get over, you know, the clockwork? So she might not dodge here, so she has dodge available for clockwork. In which case,
exactly the consideration.
Right. So if that's the case, let's assume she's not going to dodge, right? So she's going to play something other than dodge, which means that like now styles matter. So I don't think I want to press here because when I look at her styles, I see all of this stuff like Locust is obviously good, right? But it's tactical, okay. Field feels a little dead. I think there's like a really, really strong chance it's like Silver Shot.
I agree. Silver Shot is very likely, but
I don't want to press. You know.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
shit.
Stupid, but like hydraulic press actually outtrades Silver Shot, right?
No. I mean, Silver stops press from working.
It still outtrades it.
2-2, but you can anti-power.
Yeah,
So
okay, so
trade
he's
even.
using his force. I don't know.
Okay, no, that's fine then.
Yeah, the point is like hydraulic press actually does not trade down against silver. But
Whoa.
I think mechanical drive is better, right? Or
Getting auxiliary.
drive, both are fine. They're about the same. Probably mechanical drive is what you want to play.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Because hydraulic is a better card than mechanical overall. Yeah, fine.
It sounds like these when I feel good at this game, guys. Like being able to figure out how Cadenza plays BattleCon.
Activate.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, this is like somewhat of a concern, but
I would be anting some more stun guard, I think, as Cadenza.
I think you just want to be greedy with the power. I agree with this play.
I like it.
Alright, we gotta like speed run the rest of this.
Yeah, alright. So I mean here it sucks, it's gonna be dodge and it's gonna be implosion. So as Cadenza, you gotta find a way to deal with implosion next beat. That should be 100% of your thinking. How do I not get implosion next beat? So you probably want to mechanical something, right? Sarafina could always like hollow shot or something. That's not insane, but to hydraulic press here, right? That's the main thing.
Or there's no more hydraulic, it's mechanical.
Exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. Maybe mechanical is better than hydraulic last beat. So I don't know. I think it doesn't super matter. Maybe you also want to consider like
You ready for this?
setting up so that you can dodge next beat.
You ready for this?
I hate it.
You hate it?
It's like it's just a good way to miss.
I'm on board. They're locking in, boys.
All right.
It didn't move. That wouldn't have mattered though.
Sure, because don't dodge because you're gonna get implosioned. And like that's what you need to avoid. If you use, it's really not good. Really not good. Yeah, so you're like 0% against implosion drive again, right? Like literally 0 outs. Yeah. So I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's gonna be implosion drive, and again, Clash doesn't save you, right? Because he's got both drive and shot, so your bursts are all dead. So
Seems good.
Yep. Where the
clockwork and so you don't lose
Sure.
your card. But I hate. Yeah. I don't know. Fine. Yeah. Take one. Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. Take one.
Hit confirmed.
Okay.
Sword coming.
Okay, and now, okay, you don't have clockwork. Yeah, so I really disagree with the dodge.
I hate
last
the
game.
dodge, especially it was a we now are at full ward range.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate everything.
Like,
This is a nightmare.
you can hydraulic shot here. That's fine.
Fine, like it's. Like,
You can
yes.
clockwork shot here, actually. Yeah, just clockwork shot him.
I mean, then he just moves, right?
Rhode is an edgelord.
Okay.
Like, the only thing that you have to worry about is hollow shot, right?
I mean, this is what
Actually,
it is, right? Oh no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Solid shot, right? This is fine. Yeah, solid shot is it doesn't lose to clockwork shot, but it does lose to hydraulic shot.
There you go. Hollow shot. Where do we? You can't be.
I think that like I don't know, Rhode like I don't think Rhode can do this. I think Rhode is just gonna like
Just gonna like what?
I think Rhode is like, oh yeah, my opponent's gonna grapple. Right?
I can do
No
that.
way.
You can also like hydraulic press, that's fine. I like hydraulic shot. I think hydraulic shot is okay. And if he hollow shots you, then fine.
Moving in.
This is like
Oh,
I'll take the initiative then.
he's taking his iron body away
I don't
for the win.
okay, but I don't.
He's at
I
4
don't think
now.
that's- Yeah, I mean,
Shields in.
Yikes!
meh. Iron body away is super relevant. I mean, I'm saying like the Cadenza play. I think is better, right? Like if you're planning, like why would you hydraulic drive there? Because
I
like,
wouldn't.
what do you? I think it's just dominated by other things. Like it loses to the swap. And if he's not swapping, then you should just like clockwork shot him, right? Like, so.
If I think
it
he's
doesn't make any
driving,
sense.
if I think he's driving, I'm just like sitting on some strike, like maybe it's just battery strike or whatever. Like, I'm just sitting. If I don't think I'm gonna grapnel, right? Because I'm grapnel or not or something else. If I don't think he's doing that, yeah, I don't know.
It does make some sense, but I think you just don't play on the swap here. Just like assume he's not going to swap, because Rhode's going to like feel dumb if he loses to grapnel. So
That's
just,
a
like,
good point.
The hydraulic shot hedges a little bit against silver shot, which is a lot of his swaps. Because it's,
Yeah,
like, an
but
option
silver
swap.
shot just like savagely loses the clockwork shot by a lot.
Doesn't no, it nulls, right?
No, because if you want, okay, yeah, it nulls. I'm sorry, right, my bad. It does null because you don't move in all.
So
the
that's
way.
what I'm saying. I think silver shot is a possibility, but I don't know. I would.
Well, silver
I
shot
think
loses the
clockwork
hydraulic shot. Though,
I
right?
would just hydraulic shot there. I think.
Yep. Okay.
Very
Well,
good.
clockwork shot. No, probably clockwork shot actually, because like
Nulling is fine.
Yeah, I would probably Clockwork Shot actually, because you just win the game if you land Clockwork Shot in that situation. Hydraulic Shot is still even.
Okay.
This
Desperate.
I hate.
I hate this. Yeah, I don't
Because
love
the
it.
thing is, people have this tendency of like, win, stay, lose, switch. I think this is that. Like,
Yeah.
My
Correct.
apologies to Rhode, who like tries to think super hard about this thing. Maybe there's like
No,
some
that's.
deep-
I'm actually a little upset at you for.
It sure feels like.
I'm
so this is
upset at you for pointing that out on stream. Like, that is the big secret to reading people. Is like, that what you just said, right? Win, stay,
so
lose,
the thing
switch.
is, I wanna qualify this a little bit. I think it does sound. I think it's more complicated than that. I think that Rhode, like, obviously he knows that win, stay, lose, switch is a big pattern, right? And I think that, like, because he's such a reads focused player and he like prides himself on being so concerned with reads, he's going to like know about this, and to say that, oh, you're just doing win, stay, lose, switch is like, it feels like insulting. The point is not what his thinking is. His point is that whatever his actions are, they align themselves with win, stay, lose, switch. And this KidKoshka guy has no idea who Rhode is. So like, might be like, oh, my opponent is going to play win, stay, lose, switch. So you're really incentivized exploitatively to not fall into that pattern when you're playing against randoms, because like, it doesn't matter what reason you had. What matters is you ended up playing win, stay, lose, switch. I mean, even if you weren't thinking that way. So that's why it's bad.
I want to give Koshka some credit because I remember him being on the Discord, right? And I was talking with people, and people were kind of excited that I was on the Discord. And when he was asking about like EHIC and this, I was pointing him out to Rhode, right? I'm saying, if you want to know about like this, and other people are treating Rhode as a good player, right? In their interactions among Discord. So I don't know if it's 100% correct to just say like he is, he doesn't know him from Adam. Like, I think you can contextually make that comparison that like he deserves credit,
So much of this is like, oh, I'm just gonna like assume that what happened last beat is gonna like happen. It's really, I think these reads are like way off, and I think that you should think a little bit more about like how you want to do this, because like here the implosion is coming back up, so you want to like, the dodge is gonna be here, and then Rhode is really incentivized to implosion next beat, and then he's gonna be open to Clockwork Shot. I mean, I don't know. I really feel like you should have. If we had more time to think about this game, I really would have thought about playing Clockwork Shot on the tactical drive versus hydraulic drive beat. Because I think there is a serious chance that, like...
And you're right.
Well, I mean, first of all, like, if you get hollow shot, like, you take 0 damage, like, whatever. And if it's anything else, like, you basically win the game on the spot. I really think you should have found Clockwork Shot on beat 8, right? I think that was the main thing.
Beat.
And then this beat, I don't know. I don't see why you're like, you should at least press or something, right? I don't know. I forget where the projection was and all this. I think that like, because implosion is coming back up, I think that's another big reason why Rhode is going to dodge. Whatever. Okay.
I think implosion is better in this matchup than Clockwork is. Is that crazy?
I don't know about that. Yeah, I think it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
Obviously, implosion. The thing is, implosion's amazing, but like it only does 2 damage.
All right, let's see what we got.
Yeah.
I
Whoa.
agree.
You have no shot, no drive.
Oh, right, we're getting implosion. We're getting rid-whited?
So you're not necessarily. Yeah. Well, I guess yes. Implosion shot deals with everything, right?
I believe so, right?
Yeah. With everything. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, the one thing is, no, this is not true. This is not true, right? You can mechanical strike.
That's just what I was thinking. Like, yeah, I guess you can. This'll clash it.
Yeah. It's different from the previous 2 times where you just get owned by implosion.
I mean, but
because
then
you have a -2 style, so you can burst after your strike, and then okay, well, you null the beat, like what people do. You do get. I mean, I would just dodge. Like,
I don't think you need to play creatively in this matchup. Like, I think that like you finding the grapnel burst is like the find, right? It's Cadenza, right? Like, the reason people don't like playing against Cadenza or playing as Cadenza is because he's not complicated. But he doesn't have to be complicated when he hits you for 7.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't ever mechanical strike here. I think mechanical strike is incredible. This could be like a this could be some burst. I mean, like, pretty easily, or just like swap whatever. I mean, you have no way of hitting a swap even. Besides, like, I would just dodge. Like, this beat sucks for you. Battery dodge is nice, right? Because silver's down.
Yeah, I like that. Wow.
Yeah, great.
Retreating.
So this is
Let's do this.
so. I think this person miscalculated. He's thinking, oh man, now I'm all set up for my finisher, but he's not. I mean,
You're not hitting with this, though.
you know, like you might.
No, you won't. We did an implosion last turn.
Yeah, so yeah, you're just gonna, like, Rhode is just gonna implosion drive, but like that was the idea, I think. But yeah, Rhode is just gonna implosion drive. So what do you have that beats implosion drive? I mean, this is a really good beat for Cadenza, because okay, you can like a grapnel strike beats everything, right? Well, I guess grapnel grasp beats everything. Grapnel strike beats everything, except for it doesn't win the game against bursts. So the question is like, is Rhode gonna burst, right? I think Rhode is gonna implosion burst here.
What?
I would.
Really?
Yeah, Rhode's gonna implosion burst for sure. Because the thing is what he's thinking is, I need to play around grapnel, whatever, and I need to play around finisher, because those are like the obvious things. So just play the one thing you have that beats implosion burst, right? And if Rhode is like, I don't know, it's not even that bad. Because if Rhode implosion drives you, which is sort of the only other reasonable thing, you don't even die. So I would definitely grapnel drive here. I guess grapnel burst is also.
I like grapnel drive.
Maybe grapnel burst is better, just for positioning reasons. It doesn't really matter. You're not ever hitting with your finisher. It's gonna be a dodge. Next.
I can do that.
Engaging auxiliary power.
I wonder if like grapnel press is
What
sick here. I hate this. This is exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. This is face up. This is it shouldn't be face up, but it is.
I've got this.
If you're gonna do this, you should really grapnel strike so you actually win the game if you land it. Like
I was actually thinking for exactly that reason, and I'm like, it doesn't win the game. So I liked your grapnel drive for that reason. Like, if you're grapnel grasping, you might as well just grapnel drive. So there's no reason.
No, I mean, grapnel drive doesn't win the game either. My point is grapnel strike wins the game.
Okay, well, grapnel drive hits, right? And you're at 4.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I mean there. Grapnel burst, also fine.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at grapnel press. Like, grapnel press covers 4 to 6. It's obviously not great, right? Like, it's literal 1 damage.
So I'm saying is grapnel press. So let's look at grapnel press a little bit more closely. So grapnel press hits it clashes the implosion drive, right? That's the important thing.
0 to 1. You mean implosion shot?
Drive.
No, implosion drive is 3. Grapnel press is 1 or 0. Grapnel press 0. So it clashes implosion
Active.
burst.
No, battery was active last beat.
Oh.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
That changes. Fuck.
So point number 1, there's no reason to grapnel grasp over grapnel strike.
Correct.
last beat.
100% correct.
And
Not
in
even
fact,
close. Not
it
correct.
is yeah, and it's a very big mistake because grapnel strike wins the game. And
Yes,
grapnel
100% correct there. Yes.
yeah, so definitely don't grasp there. But the idea is that grapnel press it clashes the implosion drive, and it does it does some damage to the burst. And the thing is, it's like I don't think there's a huge difference between like hitting for 2 and hitting for 4 damage. Like you're never doing less than 3 damage as Cadenza. You have
Well,
full force.
I want to point out that
So
while I ordinarily agree on beat 12, 4 to 5, that could be the difference. Like if we're in Dodge City for the next 3 beats, that's game winning, right? Hitting for 2 there is literally the difference in a life lead and not a lead.
Yeah, so I think so I think you should grapnel press last beat.
Yeah, grapnel burst is also okay, right?
No, because grapnel burst
Doesn't clash the drive. Yeah, okay.
And it misses the drive, right? So like it's bad. Yeah, I think you have to grapnel press, and I mean, so if the clash happens, then you just win the game automatically with your strike, right? So.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think.
Well, his dodge is down, up.
His dodge goes down last beat. Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, I think you grapnel press, and I think you're in a great position actually.
Man, look at me stumbling
it's kind of
across.
weird, battery into grapnel press, but yeah.
Look at me stumbling into good things. All right.
I like it.
During the stream, I was watching KidKoshka stream, and I think at the time I also commented that grapnel press was sick on that beat.
He's gonna rocket press here, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, so this is a dodge from Rhode, because Cadenza has no full board option.
Yeah.
Well, no, Cadenza. Hold on. Yeah. So Rhode is gonna swap, and then dodge. Swap and a dodge. So.
Because that also specifically covers rocket press too.
Yeah, right? And it covers hydraulic shot. That's the only other thing, right? If you don't swap, then. So what you could try and do, I guess, is, you could try and clash into hydraulic press. That's not crazy. So what's the dodge going to be? Might be like a locust dodge.
Hydraulic press doesn't seem like it is. I think you have to like mechanical, right? No.
What I'm saying is, you want to clash with hydraulic because then you can hydraulic and hit them after they swapped. So you can play like a hydraulic strike.
Okay. And that it seems hard. Do you think he's gonna locust dodge?
I mean, tactical dodge, I guess, but like.
I mean, I think it's either tactical, or even just switch. He's probably he's probably not switch.
Swap into switch. There's no chance.
So it might be silver dodge, right? Just
silver dodge is really rough because it loses to hydraulic shot, right? In fact, it literally loses the game hydraulic shot.
Yep. Okay. So then it almost has to be tactical, right?
So, so the thing is okay. If it's tactical, what is
if
he
it's
doing
tactical, this also lets him
press?
win the game with force, right? If he has to then go into drive, like for whatever.
This is another good reason. Oh, I see. Yeah, tactical drive does in fact kill you. All right, so that's not good.
Well, not or yes, it will because you'll anti-power and then spend 2 force.
Yeah. So okay, so that's bad news. So
so what that means is he should tactical dodge.
This is actually really interesting because Rhode can just win the game right here, right? Like the only way that that tactical drive doesn't win the game is against Clockwork specifically, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, it doesn't literally win the game against the finisher, but
correct.
He it's fine. It's good against the finisher.
Right, puts him into 2.
You want to get in a little bit of chip damage and Damn, that's rough, actually. Like, do you clockwork shot here as Cadenza to?
I mean, actually, that might be fine because what I'm thinking that's still going to happen here is that he tactical dodges with the option to, if he clashes tactical drive, right?
There's no clash for tactical dodge, right? It has to be exactly switch drive.
Exactly switch drive. Yes, has to be exactly switch drive.
Yeah, so you get you're gonna win the game if your tactical dodge gets clashed by a switch drive. So
if that happens, then you just auto lose to then the clash into tac drive, right?
Whatever, right? Like your tactical dodge is not getting clashed.
Correct.
That's the point. So I think really Cadenza has to like, it'd be really nice as Cadenza if you had grasp here instead of strike, because you strike last turn. You could play Clockwork Grasp, and Clockwork Grasp is actually disgusting.
Yeah.
I think
yes, it is.
I think it literally wins the game, because I mean, okay, it doesn't win the game against like Sarafina switch strike, right? But okay, against her dodges, it beats both of them. Or sorry, it's safe against tactical drive. Unfortunately, it gets stunned by tactical drive, which is unreal, but that's okay. Getting stunned actually is really bad. Never mind. That's too bad. I was thinking like it would beat tactical drive. It doesn't lose to tactical drive, but then you can't really finish it. What I was hoping would happen would be that it would set up for rocket press, but it doesn't really do that.
I don't think you should. I don't think you should be playing rocket press in this matchup anyway.
Rhode isn't. I mean, Rhode could lose to rocket press here. Like he's that kind of player. But the thing is like the thing is he's gonna tactical drive or dodge, right? It's either tactical drive or I think it's locust.
No.
I don't think it's tactical dodge.
Hold on.
Rocket thrusters.
Locust dodge. Why?
I don't know. I think he wants tactical to like threaten killing. So this is really bad rocket press. I think. I mean,
Rocket press.
like,
What?
because it doesn't even beat.
Now we lose every
It
field.
doesn't even beat the tactical drive, right?
Yeah. Nope.
So rocket press beats nothing. You want to, if you're gonna beat one of the two options, like I like just pick one to beat.
Yeah.
So I think because the thing is, if you hydraulic shot, and this is why I was suggesting hydraulic shot. Rhode is like in a huge amount of trouble with this beat. Like imagine that he This is another reason why it's not tactical dodge. Imagine Rhode plays tactical dodge, and Cadenza plays hydraulic shot. What happens? Well, Rhode is forced to go to space 7. Then he's going to put his projection on space 1, and then he's going to lose to the finisher, right? I guess he can. Yeah, exactly. Just going to lose to the finisher.
Yep. Okay.
So that's why that was the main reason I was thinking it wasn't going to be tactical dodge. In fact, it loses to hydraulic shot.
Wow, we're just like dead to everything.
So, do you have anything that beats tactical field?
I don't think so. I literally don't think so. Tactical 4
is 7. Yeah, you just die to
5, 6, 7. You'll take 4. Yep.
All right. Don't.
Yeah. It doesn't kill the finisher in that scenario, right? Well, Hollow Drive kills the finisher in that scenario.
Oh, it doesn't, right? It does.
I don't think it. Okay, yeah. So I'm with you.
Hollow. Oh, okay. I see what you. Yeah, you just advance 2 and kill. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Good point, Rose. You do have an out.
What? Why did I miss that?
Well, I mean, no, it's pretty, like 5 is far away, but yeah, you do have Hollow Drive.
It is right. Yeah.
Actually, that's reasonably hard to deal with as well, right? Like,
Yeah, that's really.
Okay.
God, I am
but-
concerned. Like I should be picking up on stuff like this faster than I am.
I don't know. When you're out of the game for months, like you just miss things, right? I mean,
I find that to be an unacceptable excuse.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this. So let's finish out the game. But
Yeah,
I don't know if
it
you're.
doesn't matter what you.
I don't know if you're available for after the patch, which shouldn't take that long. If you wanted to do my game versus Demia.
Yeah, I can do one more.
Sick. That'll probably be a few minutes, until they're done or whatever. But yeah, tactical field just 100%. Cool.
Retreating.
That grapnel burst conversation is super intriguing that we were having about.
I wonder what that was.
When you asked, I was like, yeah, obviously I would play it 100% of the time, and I really think you made me come around there to like that you really need to, even in that situation, which is just, it seems incorrect even if I can't find problems with the math,
But you're saying. Sorry, what are you saying? Are you
I'm
saying that
saying
grapnel
that
burst is
I
incorrect,
believe
or-
that you are correct that you should grapnel burst more often in that scenario, right? Which is not a thing I considered as being true before, but it still seems wrong to my brain, even if I'm coming around on the idea that I believe is correct.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is I think when you look at the math, it becomes much more obvious. When you do the math and realize that you're close to 50-50 at equilibrium.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're like, oh, maybe that's the real thing. I also think it's interesting because it's an example where, so at equilibrium you do play Clockwork Shot a little bit more probably. Maybe not, but maybe so. A lot of people have this incorrect notion that the pair that appears with highest probability at equilibrium is the most correct pair. This is very wrong. This is just not true. And I think this is a good example where it's not true. Maybe Clockwork Shot appears more at equilibrium, which is very rare. Usually Clockwork Shot is the thing that appears the least at equilibrium. But in this case, it appeared more. And it was not correct. I mean, I think grapnel burst there is correct.
Some portion. I still have to imagine that, because I feel like you can't lose with Clockwork Shot there, right? Like, you do not lose
But
ever.
he did lose. He did lose. He lost the game.
Yeah. All right.
If he hadn't played...
Yeah, I mean,
Clockwork
it
Shot,
did.
probably.
And also, seeing that how Clockwork Shot ran right into an unbeatable implosion, I also think plays a big deal into that.
Yeah, but I mean, also, people say, oh, you can't lose. But I think this is just this is the mentality of someone who's playing against ladder scrubs, where they're just going to make a mistake. Rhode is good, so he's not going to
Right.
He's not just going to hand you the game for free. You have to actually play to win, right? You can't just play to not lose. You have to you have to take the advantage. Otherwise, you're just not going to win the game.
Yep.
It's you can't beat a chess grandmaster down a pawn. It doesn't matter. You got to take that edge. You got, or
Yep, you have
if you're
to
playing
use
against
every
Phil
bit.
Hellmuth, and Phil Hellmuth gives you odds so that you're not 40% to make your straight draws, you're 45% to make your straight draws because Hellmuth is a huge baby and hates variance. Then you take that, because even if Phil Hellmuth is the best player in the world, the best player in the world cannot win at poker if his opponents are 45% to hit straight draws.
Yeah.
It just.
I was just gonna it's
so,
funny because you got there before I did. I was gonna be like, look, if you just want, all you do is you wait until you get that, that perfect on the button BS that you should have folded to 100%, and then you win with, and you make sure he sees it, and then he tilts right into oblivion, and then you win.
I mean, yeah. So the thing is my point is that when you're playing against good people, you need to actually take the edges that you find, however small they are.
Correct.
You can't just sit around and wait for ideal, situations where your edge is that like they're making a mistake. They're doing something you should just know. No, you need to look a little bit deeper for your edges, and you have to take what you can get. Because otherwise, you're just like when you're giving up your advantages, that's bad because your opponent is not giving up the advantages that they find, and so you're going to lose. So I think that like this idea of like, oh, you know, clockwork shot never loses. I think that it's wrong in that situation. Like you're not against ladder players. It's correct. Against Rhode, it's incorrect. You need to play for an advantage against Rhode.
We will be back after patch. All right, I'm gonna go take care of some stuff here, smoke a cigarette and all that, and then I'll hit you up on Discord as soon as we're all set.
I'm not 100% sure that I'll want to do another one, but I'll think about it in the next few minutes.
Yeah, sounds good. Just let me know. If not, I will definitely just say, obviously, I had a lot of fun with that part. So with doing this again, I was worried that I wasn't going to feel confident with it, but no, it felt like it used to, which was great. So I'm down to do more.
Great, excellent. I am definitely not feeling confident, but whatever, we'll do it.
Whatever. All right, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.
All right, see you.